I'm going to be doing one of those following blanks makeup tutorial, and I'm going to be following a KathleenLights tutorial because the palette she's using for this one I have. It is one of her Dream Street palette looks. It's the one where she did 2 looks using the palette, and I'll link it below if I remember to. But there will be like a little screen recording of it somewhere on the screen. But yeah, so let's just go ahead and get into it. She did start out her tutorial with her base makeup done. So I went ahead and did mine, but we'll just go and jump right into the tutorial.
Okay, so for look number 1, the first eyeshadow I'm going to go into is Shooting Star, and I'm going to start using this color as my transition shade. I'm going to start buffing this into my crease. By the way, I'm getting over my cold, but my voice is still a little bit like, you know, nasally a little bit. So just ignore that. But I'm just buffing this into my crease. You know, you guys know.
I will have to pause her tutorial just because she's only doing one eye, and I'm doing both, and hers is sped up a little bit, so I don't. Alright.
I'm going to take this single shadow from ColourPop. This is a Super Shock shadow, and this is in the shade Mittens.
So I don't have mittens, but I'm going to use the purple shade in the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette.
And I actually created Elfish based off of Mittens, but Mittens is a little bit more purple. And I want this look to have just a hair more purple to it. So I'm going to put this as kind of like my base shade. I'm applying this on my entire lid and then blending out the corners or the edges.
Oh, by the way, the shade I'm using is Black Currant.
And then I'm going to take the shade Spark, and I'm going to start applying this color into my crease little by little, and I'm going to start blending those 2 colors together. This look requires a lot of blending, and it is going to look pretty messy before it all comes together, but just keep pushing through. So I'm going to take Elfish and I'm going to apply this color directly on top of Mittens. So you can see they're very similar colors. Elfish is just a little bit more brown. So you don't have to put the Mittens shade. You can just go in and make it like a matte brown smoky eye. It's just going to be a little bit less purpley, but it still looks really pretty. I've done that before as well, and it looks nice. A little bit less purpley, but it still looks really pretty. I've done that before as well, and it looks nice. So I'm going to go back into Spark, and I'm just going to keep on blending this color into the crease, applying the shade little by little and really blending out those harsh lines. I'm going to highlight my brow bone and my inner corner with Moony, as usual. And then I'm going to go back into Elfish and I'm going to start working on my lower lash line. Super easy look. Anybody can do this. I'm going to start buffing this color on my lower lash line, like I said, really intensely. I added a lot of that Elfish color. I want my lower lash line to be very, very smoky. I went in with some black eyeliner, I tightlined with it, and I applied it to my waterline as well. As well. And then I used Spark to smoke out my lower lash line even more. I wanted to go in with some falsies for this look, but first I took the Clinique High Impact Mascara and I applied that to my lashes, my top and bottom lashes.
And I'm not going in with false lashes because I didn't bring any with me. And I don't really ever do false eyelashes because they just don't work for me.
Alright, so to finish up this look, I'm going in with bronzer. I'm using the Chocolate Soleil bronzer from Too Faced. And I'm going to use this to contour and bronze up the skin. For blush, I'm taking the Physicians Formula Butter Blush in the shade Vintage Rose, and I'm popping that on my cheeks. And then for highlight, I'm testing this guy out. This is brand new to me. This is the NARS highlighter in the shade Capri. This is new, and I really like this formula. It looks really, really pretty, but I'm still testing it out, so I don't know for sure, but I like it so far. And then for my lips, I'm going in with one of my favorite lip liners of all time. This is the Maybelline Tara lip liner. And I'm just filling in my entire lips with it. This is the Gigi Hadid lip liner. I'm obsessed with it. I love it. And then I went over it with my ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in Moonchild. And then here you have look number 1. Super easy to recreate, but very dramatic, which is my favorite kind of look.
I have to say, it turned out pretty successful. I was a little worried about it, just because I don't ever do like really I don't feel like I ever do really dramatic looks, and I usually never do anything on my lower lash line. I normally don't do any eyeshadow or anything, but I think this turned out pretty well. So if you like what you saw and you want to subscribe to my channel, there will be a little circle right over here with my face on it. You can click on it to subscribe. Or if you want to watch my most recent video, there will be a little box over here that has my face on it. Well, not my face. Well, I mean, it will have my face, but it'll be a box with my most recent video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.